Hi guys, how you doing? It's Randy from www.canadianelectricalpreexam.com. Had a very good, interesting question since I did the RPM. Someone wanted to know about frequency and why the frequency can change, and they always thought frequency in Canada was 60 hertz. Well, it is, but you're looking for a motor, and frequency can change if you have a VFD, a variable frequency drive. So let's do one to show you what happens here. Excuse me. We know the formula RPM equals 120 times frequency over number of poles. So if we transpose the formula, frequency now equals RPM times the number of poles divided by 120. Here's your issue. I got a single phase motor, say. Alright. It's running at 720 RPM. And my poles are 8. What's my frequency at? So we know frequency equals RPM, which is 1720, times my number of poles, 8, and we're going to divide that by 120. Therefore, my frequency now becomes 114.66. I can round that off to 115 hertz. Pretty straightforward. Alright? Now, the other question I want to bring up, since we're already talking about frequency, is how do we change the frequency? Simple. If frequency is RPM times number of poles over 120. And let's be more specific, okay? How do I change frequency without changing the RPM of the motor? Fair enough? Well, let's fill in some things here. Let's say our RPM, you know, just for the sake of doing the question, was 120. Alright? My number of poles I had in this motor was 1, and I know it's impossible. Just stick with me, those guys, so you see it. Over 120. This gives me how much? 120 over 120 gives me 1 hertz. Alright? Now, what if I did say I changed the poles? 120, say I put 2 poles in. 120, RPM doesn't change, constant number doesn't change. This is 240 over 120. Oh my goodness, look at that. 2 hertz. So, the reason I did this is to make it very simple for you. By changing the poles on a motor, I can change the frequency. That's all. That's all I'm saying. The more poles, the more hertz I get out of it. Simple as that. Right? Because you may come across something like this. If you had something with how do you change the frequency without changing the poles, then the RPM will change. Right? Hopefully that helped you out a lot, guys. Straight math, straightforward, and the logics of it. Okay? Stay tuned for more videos, guys. Really appreciating all the emails, the phone calls. Just remember, I'm here in Ontario, so the time difference and that. If I'm working, I'm not going to answer my phone until I get home. Some of you, when I call you when I get home, it's 3 hours behind, so you're still working, so I got to watch the time there. And some of you out in the East Coast, well, it's a little bit later, right? But I apologize for that, but I really appreciate all the emails I'm getting and the neat little questions, and I'm getting back to you as soon as I can and helping out the best I can. And congratulations on you guys that are passing. I'm proud of you. Alright, I know it's not easy, so keep it up. Things do get better. It's Randy from www.canadianelectricalpreexam.com. Have a great one, and we'll talk to you later. Bye.